Good afternoon, YouTubers. We just had 5 days of rain. It's a little windy. It's starting to dry down a little bit. But I've been doing what I call mouse around. Mouse around's where you get into a little bit of anything you can get into. Now my big cord for the generator I got to take back, and I just put UV protection on that. Then here I was trying to clean out a little bit of stuff. I have a lot of bottles of different things that sitting here, you know, spray this, spray that, spray this, starting fluid, you name it. Even got another one over here, but that one there I tied up. That's diesel fuel and oil for spraying on stuff to keep it from rusting. But I put it in these containers. I needed a bigger container for here. Most of the time I use an antifreeze container, but the antifreeze container there, I cut the top off. I keep my long oil spouts in and old rotten nails. So if I pull a nail out of something, or if there's something that looks like it could puncture a tire, I put it in there. So I've been mousing around with that, mousing around with this. Always have a million spatulas or putty knives, because if you pick up a board up off the ground, it's generally got mud caked to the bottom of it. I'm going to spray the apple trees a little bit later on today. You saw that, so I probably won't redo that again. But what I'm kind of doing today, I was playing around with it. It's a PICKAROON. It's a Fiskars. Good PICKAROON. It works real good, except you got to sharpen it after you do what I do with it. You probably see me pulling the logs off the can't think what I'm thinking of. You guys know what I'm thinking of. You see me use it. That's the trouble getting senile. What I'm doing now is these multiflora roses get to where they're hanging out. Now I don't know if you can see that on there, but then you drive by and they catch your hands. Well, these PICKAROONs work really good for getting those out. Now sometimes I nip some of the bigger stuff off first. I got to put my other mitten on. Let me tell you, those things, you guys I'm sure know them, but maybe in some areas you don't have this kind of undergrowth. But this is all multifloral rose, or whatever they call it. It's just everywhere. So what I'm going to try is show you. I just took I'll walk you up after I get this one out. If I get this one out, sometimes they don't come out, because this one's a right good size ones. I've gotten bigger ones. Here's another one. I think you're in the movie. Here's another one down here, probably part of that one too. But if you find where the base is, which it looks like it's over there, generally you can just go like that and pull them right out. That one's got its roots kind of hung into the tree there. Still getting some roots. Oh. Man, those things are nasty. That thing must be 10, 15 foot long. I hope you saw that. We'll do a couple more. Hope you saw that. There's a couple more in there. I mean, that's all this stuff is. And you just hit it down in there, and usually it'll pull them out. Where's that go to? That goes up there. There's one that's got a pretty good start to it. These old PICKAROONs, they pull them out pretty good. So I bet you've never seen a PICKAROON used for that before. Like I said, you're going to find stuff like you ain't never seen in this channel anyplace else. Now this is a different kind of briar in here. This is a real nasty briar. This is like razor wire, and it's that's some real nasty stuff. I hate that worse than the there's a big root there, a tree root but you can still pull them right out, and it works pretty good. And just wear a big pair of gloves, and I kind of recommend eyewear, even though I don't wear it a whole lot of times. There's one over there. Ugh. Sometimes you gotta push it over backwards like that to break it off. I hope you're in there. Yeah, it might not have got it all, and it might come back. But I sure disturbed it. It ain't gonna be 5 feet tall in my road. But I've been Woo, that's got a big root to it. But another use for a pickaroon. Another use for a pickaroon. We're going to go to a monster one. These really aren't that big compared to some of them. Here's one here, a little one. They got long roots. I know I'm not getting all the roots out of these things. But you follow down to where they go and just hit them. And you can gently loosen the roots up enough that you can pull them out. It goes back into there someplace. Ouch, that one got me. You can go down there and double them over. This thing must be, I don't know, that one here is a good 10 foot long. This one's a big one here. Goes, here's some little ones. Here's a little one. It yanks them right out. I could probably spend years on that stuff around here, pulling this garbage out. This stuff is just takes over. Here's a real big one. It's going all the way back to over here someplace. I don't know where this one hit. No, that's live. I don't know where it was getting its nutrition from. There's a big root down in here. It doesn't get all the root. I'm sure they're going to come back. But it's going to take them quite a few years. You get most of the root, or a piece of the root. But you get an idea of just other stuff that goes on here that I do that just has to get done. Yeah, got a lot of the root there. I just get tired of these things getting down into the road. As you drive by and they grab your fingers. Alright, that's enough for that one. Enough for that. We're going to go get one monster one that's been bothering me, but that's the pile. That's a pretty good pile. And that little bit, maybe I shouldn't get the monster. This is going to be a short movie. I'm still cleaning up the computer, putting on old stuff. That's what most of the stuff you're watching now is stuff from a long time ago. This is one here too. You know something? This is a lot bigger than me, and I don't know where the main frame of this is. There's also a nice burning bush in here that I like to keep. Ouch! That one got me. I got 2 layers of pants on too. It's best to do this in the winter time when you got more clothes on. I'm trying to think what's. This is here it is here. I just put it down in the woods. Ouch! One got me in the ear. Didn't have my earmuffs on, did I, guys? It's all the way over the other side. Like I said, I don't want to hurt that. Pretty sure that this is called a burning bush. I don't know if you can see me here. Here's where it goes to, right here. Oh my goodness. That thing, ouch, enormous. But this thing gets down in there pretty good and busts the roots up. This thing's so big, I might need a bigger one. I can hear it breaking roots. Woo! I need a bigger piece. That one's gonna be for another day. I'm not chewing too much more time on that. We're gonna go down. The other thing that I got, like I said, I've been mousing around. I wasn't gonna do that, and then all of a sudden I got into it. I thought I'd get one that thing's probably got a 3-inch base on it there. This I'm just going to take up and put in a pile. That might not get them. That might not get them, but I guarantee you one thing, it's going to slow them down. So, I'm going to put that there. I'm going to put this thing down. I'm going to leave you on a tripod. We're going for a ride as usual. We're going down to those, remember that one plastic that I put on top of the wood? They got the water belly. We're going down there and we're going to fix that. Now I got a lot of different people said do this, do that, do this, do that, and all those were good suggestions. Too much work. I'm not into that. Plus I'm wore out from doing this. That's I cleaned up this whole big area here, was all overgrown and coming over the road. That's the pile I got from it. Big pile. Might be a new position for you guys, but this all just taken over by that multifloral rose or whatever that garbage is. Anyhow, gotta mow some grass today. Got 5 days of rain, so then I got grass to mow. I'm gonna put 2 movies on tonight. This one will be the first one. There'll be one with probably wood splitting after it. I've got an awful lot of the wood split up and out of here, although it didn't look like it on the video last night. But a lot of those, if they're old videos, a lot of times I'll say that they're old videos. We'll stop there. Of course, this thing rolls and drifts and does everything. This thing, I really, look at that thing. It just takes off. And it's not neutral. I started cutting these up. I can't see anything in the camera now because of the daylight. I started cutting these big ones up the other day. That's cherry, that's cherry, that's cherry. That's that big oak that I pulled over with a winch, I don't know, a while back. But we're not here for that. We're here for Alice's Restaurant. I'm gonna see what it takes to take care of the water bubble or water belly or whatever you want to call it. First thing I'm going to do, and I want to make it easy, is take my mittens off so I can see. Anyhow, I got to get a impact driver, which found the drill. Here it is. But this is just the kind of stuff I do all day, just standard. Take care of this, take care of that. Where's that other screw? Right here it is. Ooh, look at that. One of them briars got me there, even with my mittens on. Now, if we just take that off a little bit, there's a water belly up there. So we'll knock that off. Now, the only thing that I really had to do, which you can't hear me anyway because I'm over here, had to bring a ladder. Sometimes you just can't reach what you want to reach. And we'll stick these. I'm just putting some cut off boards up there. Oops. And a fall off board. And maybe that'll take care of it. And maybe it won't. There goes the belly. Now, oh, don't lose it. I don't want to have to go down and get back up. I think I need another log in there. Well, I'll find one. Yeah, I'll still get a little water belly there. Now, it don't matter to have a little one in there. You know, it just, we'll see how that does. Well, let's see. I'd like that to be just a little bit up higher over there. That's good there. Nope, need something bigger than that one. I gotta go in search of a board. I will be right back. Well, I'm back, guys. Kind of like a penny. What are we at here? We're at 16. Somehow I found some split wood here. Don't know how I did that. But I think we got it mastered now. Master disaster here. I think that'll be fine. It'll have a little one down there at that end, but that's that ain't hateful. You know, it can have a little bit of. Now, let's see, where's the screw hole? Right there. I think I'll make it a. That actually feels still pretty good. I didn't want to get it too tight. You get it too tight, then it pulls down on the plastic. Because right now the plastic's a little loose. I'll move this one up an inch. A little loose because it's hot out here. Now, I'll show you where we got. And that should take care of the problem. I don't need to build any great big roofing. You can see, can you see all the water down there? I don't know if you can. There was a lot of water, but see, this one here is a little easier if something, but if you pull it too tight, see how it starts to put little stars in there when you got a point in there? I have to go in there and put something there to maybe make it less painful. I could probably turn that one over. I think that might be a little bit better. You got to kind of watch for that kind of nonsense. But look at all the water that's coming down. There's probably 5 gallons up there right now. But here's what we got after we've done it. See, now I got can you see the high spot in it? And that should tell you might get a little water. That looks like there was a little one back there. And over there, I might get one, but it doesn't make a whole lot of difference. One that size will dry out. So that's that. I'll put this in here. I'll come back and get the Lator. Potatoes are coming up. This is working, seems to be working really good here. I don't have any major catastrophes yet. And we had a heck of a windstorm yesterday. So I'm pretty pleased with all that nonsense. We'll walk over here and look at the garden, look at the potatoes. You can see my drip irrigation there. I got to move that up on the tomato. The wind's blowing it off out of the way. That comes from way back that way by the other sawmill. It's probably 600 feet that way through the woods. We'll take you on the way back. Here's the potatoes now that they're coming up. I don't know, can you see them through this? They're in there. They're not up very much. I mean, it's only been, what, maybe a week or so. But I got to start getting some water over on them. Got to have water on them while they're growing, then dry them out. Because if you dry them out toward the end, then they'll taste better. If you puff all the vegetables up with water, you can do it till they start producing fruit. But that's about it. This wood here, you can see It's drying really good, really fast. This is like an oven underneath this thing, and yeah, you can see I put a couple boards up there. That one's, I don't know, it was easier to get to for some reason. Where are we going to? Oh, we're going back to the, I'll show you where we get the water. Of course, maybe I can't show you where we get the water. I got to put this tripod. I think I put you back on the tripod because it's, and I didn't want this real long because I'm putting 2 of them on tonight, and the next one might be long, but oh well. If you don't like it, if it's too long, zoom through them a bit. You know, oh lordy, you can always zoom through. We'll go down there and show you. I think I walked you through the water situation before. And as old, you back up till you run into something, then you go forward. I cleaned some of this mess up here. I took a couple scoops down and threw them in the pile. I kind of don't think you were here for that. Oh, I don't like going across that hose. See that hose? I don't know if you can see it, but today we'll make an exception. I might bury a line there. This, I don't think you guys have ever been on this road. I gotta take you off the tripod. We'll pick it up on the way back. Because it's gonna be, see, there's the hose over there. There's the tripod there. This used to be called Tiger Run. When the kids were little, we had paths all over. You can see the hose, you can pick it up every now and then. Then it switches to well pipe. And it was just leftover well pipe from years and years and years and years, and then maybe more years than that. And there's holes in that well pipe. So there's a coupler there. Every place there's a flag, there's a coupler. And I got to undo those. It was just pieces of well pipe that I scavenger from this, or old jobs from that, or leftover from this. So I don't have any. The most money I got, now that one's dripping a little bit. The most money I got in this is hose clamps. Now, I'm not driving through there. We used to. And then there's a road that goes over there. That's a skunk cabbage patch. Can you see way back there? That's where we're going to. I'm going to zoom you in, but I don't know that. We're going to go all the way over there. Now, give you an idea of where you're at, because I know you've never been on this road, I don't think so. That's the barn that holds the Jeeps. Now we'll go over there and put a view back to this way. That's a swamp down in there. You don't want to get down in there particularly. We used to, but I don't feel like doing it today because it's a mess. Got to back around here. Kind of hard going backwards when you're looking forward, but it works. But that's the hose. Yeah, I don't think you guys have ever been down here. That's where the pond used to be over there. One of these days I might redo it, but not looking too good. I gotta clean up the trees that came down over the winter through that area, just to add it to the list. Now I'm gonna go up and around because I don't really want to drive across that hose. And then we'll go back because that hose goes along over there, you can see it. All that wood was cut this year. That's the garden there. That's the potatoes. I think you're probably getting winded now. Of course, the speaker might be in the back. Don't know where the speaker is. Tried to figure that out one time, and actually I tried to figure it out more than one time because I was going to put a cotton ball over it so it wouldn't catch the wind. Now that's where we were, just on the other side of that. We were, see the skunk cabbage patch over there? That's where we were. We're at the Jeep location and other miscellaneous stuff. There's the generator. It used to be in the front. There's the log of the tree I took down to give you an orientation of where you are. Here's a tree that came down in the storm along with multifloral rose. That stuff's everywhere. Jeeps, trash compactors. I have an array of good stuff. This used to be a water hole here that was about 12 feet deep that I dug with a backhoe, and then the silt came in and filled it up. Here's where we will cross the hose. And here's the water supply that comes from a spring way up there. Now, we used to have a water ram in here. This fills my neighbor's swimming pool. That's what that does. And that tank up there holds 500 gallons. We used to always fill it up with a water ram here, but he got kind of tired of putting that up, and there are some other reasons why he switched out from the water ram. There's the piece of pipe that got destroyed this winter. Here's the overflow. And what this basically does is just gives you 500 gallons real quick. The water ram does pretty good, and it pumps it up. His pool, can you see that building way up there? His pool's way on the other side of that. You've been up to Penny's house. But we dug many years ago when the backhoe was alive. Oh, he's dug into here some. There's a big spring head up there, so we dug a 10-foot trench, filled it in with gravel and piping, and then put this in here. So this comes down. This was the setup you needed for the water ram, because you'd have to get into water ram stuff and if you have any questions, just kind of look it up. But that gave you have to have a certain amount of drop and distance to the drop in order to make everything work right. So that's what that is. You can look up water rams if you don't know what they are on the internet. They're an interesting thing. They pump water with no electricity, and they pump it for every foot of drop. You can pump water up 25 feet, but the thing is, you don't get all that water. You only get a percentage of it. So that's what that is. So we will probably leave it there. He's got 220 down here. This is actually his property here. My property is over there, and that's how close everything is down in this hole here. Now we will try to get out of here. Once again, I got to go backwards when I put that thing together yesterday or the day before, someday in between rain showers. I got to put some boards across it or something. I don't know. I guess it'll stay where it's at, so it doesn't hurt that pipe, which is just plastic, but that plastic pipe's pretty tough. We used to have this dammed up here also. It's kind of rutted out here. That's a tour, you guys, I don't think I've ever been on. There's a dead tree there. He's got tons of dead trees back here. He's an old geezer. He's 82, and kind of like me, it's starting to catch up to you. Got to mow some grass back here. Poor old Sawmill's been lonely. Anyhow, we're at 29 minutes. This short movie turned out to be a long movie. Now don't forget, I'm going to be cleaning out, so I'm going to put 2 shows on tonight. As long as they let me do it. As long as YouTube lets me do it. I've been having a hard time downloading movies. So this one and then one right after it. And I'm glad you stopped by. Thanks for the thing. Hit the subscribe, send it to a friend, hit the bell so they notify you when I put another one up, because you're going to see some crazy stuff here. So thanks for stopping by. Over and out. Bye-bye.